Righto, g'day folks. I know it's been a while since the last video, but just been caught up with other things. But we're going to finally fit our metal wheels to the M26 perishing and metal suspension components and springs. So yeah, I've got them all painted up. The rubber is back on the rims. Yeah, it's all ready to go. So we'll make a start. We'll start by taking the top of the tank off, which I'll just quickly do, and then we'll come back. Righto, guys. So I've got the top of the tank off. All ready to go. Disconnected the turret and I think the gun sort of control or sound effect anyway. But yeah. So now we can start pulling the wheels and tracks off. So what I've done is I've actually Loctited the drive wheel in, so the drive gear in. So I'm not going to take that off. I'm just going to take these other wheels off and then take the track off, because I'm hoping to sort of paint it as well. So I'll start with that. Just give that a bit of a wheel, that should pull straight out. Now then, if I just undo,
48 hours of speculation now about just how much university degrees will increase in cost. Yesterday, the leak from the government suggested that courses would be going up by at least 25%. This is a return to
remove the wheel retaining screw, I suppose you'd call it.
university degrees.
What just
Universities are being told that they've been overfunded. The government has released information today suggesting that universities will receive an efficiency dividend of 2 or 3%.
So there's one of the wheels removed. I can now take that track off. Remember which way those go back on again, so I don't put it on backwards.
Now propose a $50 billion big business tax cut that will be paid for by
I also want to change these return rollers with these metal ones that also came with the deal. It strikes me as somewhat of a challenge, because I don't really see how they come off without breaking. So I'll have to look into that. Gee, those wheels are very a lot of play there, isn't it? Alright, we'll keep going regardless.
Life expectancy is up, but what about lifestyle expectancy? Share market falls can leave serious dents in
Yeah, right, I better just turn off for a second, have a bit of a workout as to how this comes off, because it seems to be that these suspension links and shock absorbers are all actually tied into where this return roller runs, so I'm going to have to work out how that rolls. Righto. Alright, just had a bit of a look at it. So what I'll do is I'll start pulling these suspension arms off, and hopefully that'll sort of open up something else, as I can have a bit of a look as to how this might come out, because I can remove these shock towers or shock absorbers. So it's just a couple of Allen key bolts. I don't know what size they are, but they're not very big. And that'll remove that front suspension arm with a spaced Allen key head screw style thing. Yeah.
You told me when sitting on my right, as you are on my left now, you are on the right still. You told me that you would like to see, you believe the both of these to come back to surplus sooner than the current forecast say, and yet today the Treasurer has effectively confirmed that there's a good chance that the budget will come back to surplus.
Righto, that removes that one there. I'll remove this last one, which will be the front 3 wheels, yeah, road wheels.
One in government control is you will get to a surplus later than you otherwise would because you are taking off the deficit. Well, Peter, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
And that just rather stubbornly. How's it going? Righto. So we've got these 3 removed, and that's left us with our return roller and 2 shock towers that I've got to go and do some homework on how you actually remove, because there's no more screws. There seems to be a pressed in sort of pin there, but I don't see that coming out. So yeah, I'll do a bit more research. Righto, so I did a bit of research on how to get the return idle wheels off. So what you do is you prise the first half of the idle wheel off, which is quite hard, but it clips out. Then that then reveals a pin which is pressed in, but you can prise that out quite simply with a screwdriver. There we go. So there's the pin that just sort of prises out, which then releases the rest of the idler wheel and then allows you to pull the plastic shock absorber out. Now there's also one on the other side for the other shock absorber, which also just rises out. There we go. It's a bit stubborn. So there's a little pin that comes out there, and out comes your plastic shock absorber. Okay. Righto, so we're going to start to reassemble now with the metal shocks and suspension components. So the first thing is we're going to, well, you put these on. Actually the spring sort of holds them in place in the back there, and sort of keeps them on. So we'll then slide that into the housing and then put our pin in, which was a bit tricky. Righto, now just got to find a little screw.
Trump has been criticised for rolling out the welcome mat for a man claimed to have killed hundreds of his citizens. President Trump's White House invitation has been extended to the Philippines president, and it was announced as he continues to denounce the North Korean dictator Heng Long M26.
You shouldn't be announcing all our moves. It is a chess game. I just don't want people to know what my thinking is.
President Trump on Sunday refuses to give a straight answer on military action in North Korea. His appearance much more subdued than his tweets over the weekend blasting North Korea. Saturday, the president tweeted, North Korea
Yeah, then we'll just push this pin in.
China
Hopefully this will be enough to...
and the decision to do so was bad. Now the president's coming under fire for inviting the president
Now that...
He's an authoritarian leader accused of a variety of human rights
Got the thing anyway.
Trump's chief of staff defends.
That's how that sort of fits in there. Then we will grab our other one, which also fits in that same housing. We can put our screw back in.
They are gathered together for the White House Correspondents'
staged a rally 100 miles away in Pennsylvania, touting his accomplishments.
We are keeping one promise after another, and
Righto.
frankly, the people are really happy about it.
One of the big campaign promises from his
Pretty
first
good.
100 days.
Now we can get our metal road wheel, return idler, which has a shaft and nailed sort of end on it, which then locates the top shock into and which presses in there quite nicely. Yeah.
Well, we're
That one's a lot better than that one. Righto, so next thing we grab our other arm, which then, yeah, that's how that goes.
Find your ideal hotel.
So,
Ready? Type in where you want to go. With 2 clicks, select your
and then this one,
search Hotel Trivago.
New family with value box for just $19.95. Your choice of 4 burgers, 4 small soft drinks, and family-size fries. Made for midweek dinner, main prepared.
hopefully. That's better, it's got it.
You need the right pet insurance. RSPCA Pet Insurance helps.
So you just use the original screws here, whoops, pulled out.
It's easy and affordable. Up to 80% of eligible
They just sort of thread into the metal
up to $11,000 a year with no
quite
excess.
nicely.
Plus, you'll be supporting the RSPCA. For a quick quote, call
Just
139
back it up a fracker so it's got some
RSPCA
movement.
Pet Insurance.
Then,
Every day we need to surpass excellence. I am Carly, and this is my story. Dad said to me, I need to bring it into the future, and I begged the bank for a loan, and I started building sheds. It's gone from 3 people to 43 people.
yeah, it's probably just a bit of paint in there, so that also, it's getting better already.
That is smart children that you wake up and
That one's a bit, might have to have a look at that one and change it.
Authorised by Brendan Pearson, Canberra.
Righto, so now it's just a matter of putting the road wheels on, which just slide onto there. These are bearings, so they're a lot, you can see they're a lot better fit. That probably needs to be tightened up a bit, but that's alright. On there like that. And finally, on there like that. Now, we also have some screws that came with the kit. And some
Dreaming of a
washers,
luxurious holiday? With Luxury Escapes, it's possible.
which
We
we
work with
will
the world's best hotels to
screw
provide
in.
incredible holidays with VIP inclusions at prices we can all afford. When you book with Luxury Escapes, you get extras like breakfasts, dinners, spa treatments, airport transfers, and even cooking classes. Enjoying a luxury holiday has never been easier.
So they go nicely in there.
250,000 Australians enjoy travelling with Luxury Escapes. Here's how.
That's really good. I really like that. It's nice and firm, and there's no movement like the other ones. That's a lot better. Now they also come with these metal caps that I've painted, which are just well, they just sort of snap in there anyway. But I ain't got adjusted before I put all that together. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Anyway.